Hello everyone, thanks very much to Yana for having me on your channel. I really love your videos. The passion that comes across in every video is so great, and I really love the fact that you focus on a lot of the smaller, lesser known niche brands and give them exposure. And it was a great pleasure to meet you at the Art and Olfaction Awards back in April. So let's get into the subject for today. I'm going to talk about my top 5 fragrances for women. I have to admit, this is an area where I do not have great experience or knowledge. So like a lot of us male fragrance reviewers, I tend to concentrate on the men's fragrances, and I'm a bit out of my depth when it comes to ladies' ones, but let's see what I've come up with. There are some that I really like. First of all then, we're going to have Coco Chanel from 1984, Parfumier Jacques Polge. A really spicy oriental fragrance for women, this one from the mid-80s. It's floral, it's a little bit sweet, it's definitely spicy. It's got this old school kind of aura, this old-fashioned ladies' perfume smell about it, but I prefer it to Chanel No. 5, about which you could say the same thing, but similarly very rich and heavy and pungent. It's got a little bit of civet in there, giving it this sensuousness, and a kind of waxy, spicy, somewhat sweet and floral mixture of everything but the kitchen sink kind of note listing, but it comes off really, really successfully as a beautiful, rich, old school feminine fragrance that is well worth trying. And for me, I love to smell that kind of really pungent, floral, deep, feminine aura coming from a lady, and maybe when they've left the room they leave that scent around them for a long time. It's not to everybody's taste maybe in the modern world, but I kind of like that when I smell that, maybe on an older, more grown up lady, but for any age I think worth a try. Next up, it's going to be Jean Paul Gaultier's Classique from 1993. Comes in the pink bottle looking like the Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mal bottle, but the feminine version. And it's a really sort of a mixture of freshness and sweetness for this one. It's got orange blossom, there's definitely a ton of vanilla in there. We've got rose. There's a mixture of this nice fruity freshness with a sweetness and a strong floral aura, and a little bit of a playful, fun kind of vibe about this one. A little bit lighter in its aura, definitely, than the aforementioned Coco, but similarly very, very feminine and strong, and smells like a lady wearing a perfume. And I do like that sometimes in fragrances, so I've always enjoyed smelling Classique from 1993. Again, in both cases I'm talking about the eau de toilette, but there are eau de parfum versions too, but I've smelled the eau de toilettes more, and I really like those. Moving up a little bit more towards the modern day, another one that I really enjoy is Decadence by Marc Jacobs. So this one comes in a really either tacky or fun bottle, depending which way you look at it. Is it even a bottle? It looks like a lady's handbag with a kind of green snakeskin effect, and it's actually a really interesting and nice ladies fragrance. It's got a significant note of plum, which you don't smell every day. There's jasmine, iris, amber, vetiver and saffron, and it's a mixture of this plum fruitiness, a certain quite a powdery element, and a nice seductive feminine element again, but more of a modern smelling version of that, because I think it was released in 2015. Claire from the Smurfy Girly channel has got that one, and it's one of the few female designer fragrances that she really likes, and I've really enjoyed smelling it when she's worn it. So Decadence from Marc Jacobs. 2 left to go then. Back to Chanel. I really like Chanel Chance Eau Vive. This is a very chic, modern and fresh fragrance for ladies. One of the keynotes is blood orange, and I think there's grapefruit in there as well. So there's lots of citrus, there's jasmine and there's white musk, and it's got that real Chanel class, but with this light, feminine, again maybe a little bit playful, but certainly fresh element to the fragrance, which I really enjoy. It could be a bit unisex because it's got that citrus element, but there's quite a lot of florals too, so it leans feminine, and I really enjoy Chanel Chance Eau Vive for a freshie for younger ladies or ladies of any age. Really nice fragrance. Last but not least then, a lesser talked about fragrance here, we've got Guerlain's Terracotta Le Parfum. I really, really enjoy this. Again, Claire from the Smurfy Girly channel has turned me on to this one. So this is the ultimate summer fragrance maybe from Guerlain. And I think Thierry Vasseur, the perfumer, has described it as the aura, the allure, sorry, of the sun in a bottle. And that's a good description. It's got a bit of a suntan lotion feel. There's coconut, bergamot, tiara flower, jasmine and ylang ylang. Loads and loads of florals, a really sunny, exotic vibe, a bit of a citrus feel mixed with some coconut, and this kind of quite rich and sweet feminine floral element. Again, a man could wear it, but it is going to lean feminine for most people. But if you want that kind of perfect fragrance to spray on freshly bronzed, suntanned skin, or to wear in the summer heat, or maybe in the evening after a day in the sun, I think Terracotta from Guerlain, beautiful sunshiny fragrance as the bottle kind of suggests there. Really, really love that one, and one of my favourites for ladies. But I really need to discover a few more because, as I say, I'm a bit inexperienced. But thanks very much for watching and listening to my humble opinions on my favourite ladies' fragrances. Thanks for having me in the video again, Jana, and I hope to see you soon. Remember, whatever you're doing in life, let's project. Bye bye.